Since the days of my youth, I've always been infatuated with creation, destruction, machinery, building, and architect. And which is why I believe my mom uh, seen the imagination within me and started buying me Lego sets and things of that nature. I didn't have any connects. I don't even think connects were out back then. They probably were, but I don't remember. But I've always been fascinated with the work and doing the work before I knew what doing the work was. And so, and then into high school, I got into, I did music. I was athletic, but I didn't do any sports per se. Any sports teams. But I was always active and strong as all get out. And so I got into wood shop, and then I excelled at that and graduated into carpentry. Became proficient in that. And here it is, our current times, and you are viewing, and I have viewed various creation videos here on YouTube. So this, video speaks to me tremendously when it comes to creation, imagination, machinery, things of that nature. This is one of the reasons why I follow our brother Nick Taylor, because of his particular background in business, his background in machinery, his background into the services, because I wanted to get into the service. And unfortunately, I had, the place that I grew up in was heavily tainted with lead poisoning and various issues of, for lack of a better term, the ghetto, which created a lot of health issues that I have now, such as asthma, And so because of that reason, I wasn't able to get into the services as I really wanted to, which is why I commend all brothers, who get into the service, get into the services and excel in it, develop experience in it. They are living one of my dreams. So I have to live vicariously through them and their experiences. And this is why when they're speaking about those things that I have not gotten into and I wanted to get into, I am the student to their teacher. This video was freaking awesome. And I'm not stating that I cannot get into the things that I didn't get into in my previous versions of my life. I'm not stating that. But I am in a different place where my focus is someplace else. So I would rather pour into what it is I'm already doing, such right now as you see, such as content creating, editing, things of that nature, to become more proficient in areas where others are already excelling at. But that doesn't mean that. Because here's the thing: for as long as we're living, you are a student. This is what grinds my gears when I hear males and females say things like, "I'm grown, I'm independent. You can't teach me and you can't tell me nothing." Life is life is it's a simulation. It's like a game, the video game The Sims. It's a simulation, and it's also a lifelong school lesson. You never stop learning. You stop learning when your heart stops. But for as long as your heart is beating, you will always be learning something. So that's when I hear foolish people saying things as, you can't teach me nothing, and who are you, and and I know more than you, and you can't tell me nothing, you can't teach me nothing. I look at them and I understand and understand that I'm viewing and hearing a fool, you know, and they don't know what they're talking about, and that is things people who speak like that, you know, their lessons is their lessons as well, in my opinion, because they're lessons in what not to be like, and what not to say, and things of that nature. You know, and society and media is full of morons, you know, behaving and acting holier than thou, but they got the same issues as I do as a human being human. So, you know, it is what it is. But as I said, it's a lifelong lesson. It's all about your viewpoint, and what it is that you seek to achieve or accomplish within one's own life. That's what it's about. Not about showmanship, not about one up in another, none of that egotistical, prideful nonsense that we as human beings participate in or waste time in, you know. But yeah, this video is pretty awesome. I'm glad that I found it. It's awesome. It's for me. It's food for my soul. You know, looking at the machinery and looking at the men doing the work, and then hearing hearing the weaker gender, best said by nature. By nature, I didn't say that. Nature said that. The weaker gender saying what they don't need, you know, in masculinity in men. Without masculinity in men, none of this stuff gets built, created, nor maintained. So I just think we all ought to operate in an energy of humility. We need to be humble. You know, learn to apologize. Learn to keep your mouth closed. Learn not to have an opinion and that you have to voice and force upon others in the society. There's nothing wrong with voicing your opinion and having one. That's not what I'm saying. But sometimes you have to learn when to speak and when not to speak. When to do something, when to act, and when not to act. It's practice and discernment. It's what it really boils down to. And everyone is capable of doing so.